gazing at the night sky, filled with myriads of twinkling stars. Haven't you ever wondered, what if I could be there? The dream of flying to the stars, which has inspired science fiction writers and innovative scientists for centuries, is now becoming increasingly tangible. Space tourism, once considered an unattainable utopia, is rapidly transforming into an exciting reality, ready to open the doors to the vast expanses of the universe for intrepid adventurers. Are you ready for a journey that will change your perception of the world? Remember those old space movies? In them, flying to the stars seemed incredibly difficult, accessible only to the chosen few. However, the world does not stand still, and what yesterday seemed like science fiction is becoming commonplace today. Thanks to the efforts of private companies such as SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic, space tourism has ceased to be the prerogative of government organizations and professional astronauts. But what exactly is space tourism in its modern understanding? It's not just sending people into Earth orbit, but also suborbital flights, simulations of weightlessness, the development of space hotels, and even plans to build bases on the Moon and Mars. There are a lot of options, and every year, new, even more exciting opportunities appear. Imagine a morning that begins not with an alarm clock and bustle, but with a panoramic view of our planet, floating in the vast cosmos. Instead of the usual walls and ceiling, there are huge windows through which you can watch sunrises and sunsets unlike anything you've ever seen before. This is the luxury offered by orbital hotels, which are currently being actively developed by several companies. These space resorts promise guests not only comfortable rooms and exquisite cuisine, but also unique entertainment, spacewalks, stargazing through telescopes, and the opportunity to experience weightlessness. But that's not all. It is planned that orbital hotels will be equipped with everything necessary for conducting scientific experiments, which will allow tourists not only to enjoy their holidays, but also to contribute to the study of space. Orbital flight is, of course, exciting, but requires serious preparation and considerable financial costs. Suborbital flights are a more affordable alternative, allowing you to experience some of the delights of space travel for less money and time. During a suborbital flight, the spacecraft rises to an altitude of about 100 kilometers above the Earth, a boundary recognized by the international community as the beginning of space. At this altitude, passengers experience several minutes of weightlessness and can enjoy a stunning view of our planet surrounded by the black void of space. Despite its brevity, such a trip leaves an indelible impression for a lifetime. This is an opportunity to see the Earth as astronauts see it, and to feel part of something bigger. The Moon is our closest cosmic neighbor, and it is likely to be the first object for the creation of tourist bases beyond Earth. Lunar base projects are being developed with the possibility of receiving tourists, offering them a unique experience of staying on another celestial body. Imagine walking on the lunar surface, seeing the Earth in all its glory hanging in the black sky, and feeling like a pioneer opening up new horizons. Lunar bases will become not only scientific centers, but also unique tourist facilities, allowing you to touch the history of space exploration. In addition, staying on the Moon can be an excellent training ground for longer and more complex space travel, such as to Mars. Mars is the most ambitious goal of space tourism. A flight to the Red Planet is a long and difficult journey, requiring serious preparation and huge financial costs. However, the dream of seeing the Martian landscapes with your own eyes is worth it. Although Martian colonies are still a thing of the future, scientists and engineers are actively working on creating the technologies needed to survive on Mars. Life support systems, methods of extracting water and oxygen, and methods of protecting against radiation are being developed. And who knows, maybe you will be one of the first tourists to visit this mysterious planet and leave your mark on the history of space exploration. For those who are not yet ready for a real space trip, there are more affordable options: space tours in virtual reality, VR. With the help of modern technologies, you can create incredibly realistic simulations of flights into space, walks on the moon, or even visits to Mars. VR tours allow you to feel like a real astronaut without leaving your home. You will be able to see the Earth from space, fly past asteroids, walk on the lunar surface, and even visit a Martian base. This is a great way to learn more about space, prepare for future real trips, and just have fun. Space tourism is not just entertainment, but a serious test for the body. Before flying into space, you must undergo a thorough medical examination and obtain a doctor's approval. In addition, special training will be required, including training on centrifuges to increase resistance to overloads, simulation of weightlessness in special pools or on airplanes flying in a parabola, studying the basics of space navigation and survival in extreme conditions, psychology courses to learn how to cope with stress and feelings of isolation. Modern space travel training programs are designed to make them as comfortable and safe as possible for tourists. The cost of space travel is still one of the main deterrents to the development of space tourism. Orbital flights cost tens of millions of dollars. Suborbital flights cost several $100,000. However, with the development of technology and the emergence of new players in the space services market, prices are gradually decreasing. Perhaps in the near future, space travel will become more accessible to the general public. In addition, there are various options for financing space travel, such as crowdfunding, sponsorship, and even participation in lotteries. The development of space tourism brings not only opportunities, but also certain risks to the environment. Pollution of near-Earth space with space debris, emissions from rocket engines, the impact on the ozone layer. These are just some of the problems that need to be addressed today. In order to preserve space clean and suitable for further exploration, it is necessary to develop environmentally friendly rocket engines that use renewable energy sources, implement technologies for the disposal of space debris, limit the number of rocket launches per year, develop international rules and standards in the field of space ecology. Space tourism can become not only entertainment, but also a tool for scientific research. Tourists can participate in experiments on board space stations, conduct observations of the Earth and space, and collect soil samples on the Moon or Mars. In addition, space tourism can stimulate the development of new technologies and materials that will be used not only in space, but also on Earth. Space tourism is just the first step on the path to space exploration by mankind. In the future, we will construction of bases on the Moon and Mars, development of space elevators that will make flights to space cheaper and more accessible, creation of spacecraft capable of moving at the speed of light, discovery of new planets, and even extraterrestrial life. Space tourism is not only an opportunity to see the world from a different perspective, but also a chance to contribute to the future of humanity. If flying into space remains an unattainable dream for you, don't despair. There are alternative options that will allow you to feel like an astronaut without leaving Earth. For example, you can visit a planetarium, where modern projection systems create the effect of complete immersion in space. A museum of cosmonautics, where you can see real spacecraft and spacesuits. A theme park, where you can ride rides that simulate flying into space. These options will not replace a real space trip, but will allow you to touch the dream and learn more about space. Space tourism is more than just a trendy direction or an expensive entertainment. It is a harbinger of a new era in human history, when space will cease to be an unattainable dream and will become accessible to everyone who is ready to go on an adventure. Space exploration is something that can unite people all over the world, and space tourism is just a step towards this unification. As you read these lines, engineers and scientists continue to develop new technologies that will make space travel safer, more affordable, and more exciting. Who knows, maybe very soon you will be one of the first space tourists and see the Earth as astronauts see it, a small blue ball in the vast ocean of the universe. So get ready for the flight, because space is already waiting.